Prepper, where we make prepping fun. In this video today, we're going to be talking about the President Donald J. Trump impeachment. And the question I have for you is, would you rather be right or would you rather be friends? Would you rather be right or rather be friends? And before we do that, let me remind you guys, before we get into the topic, let me remind you guys that we are in The Colony Season 1, Episode 6. Episode 6 of The Colony Season 1. Very, very, very good episode. I want you guys to make sure you're on with me tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. for the review and the discussion. Okay, for the review and discussion of The Colony Season 1, Episode 6. And hopefully I don't have a little static that is going on sometimes in the port because I'm using my microphone. I developed something years back, and I used to be a hothead. Things that people would say to me would bother me. I mean, to the point where I'd be like, you know what, we're just not friends anymore. That's my past, and I have grown and I have matured to the point now where I try to keep an even keel no matter what. I try to make sure that, let me turn these chimes and stuff off. Okay, there we go. I try to keep an even keel to the point where, it's just like I don't get too high, I don't get too low. I don't get too involved in anything. Which leads kind of for a on one sense, a really good life. On another sense, kind of a boring life. You find that you're really not too passionate about too many things that don't matter. I'm passionate about the things that matter. I'm passionate about, my family, friends, co-workers even. I'm passionate about the things that I do, my work ethic. I like to see people smile. I like to see people happy when I leave. I'm passionate about this channel. And when we have topics that I forewarn you guys about, for example, politics and religion, it never fails. It is seen to have happened this time. Anytime you start talking about politics or religion, somebody gets their feelings involved a little bit too much. And even though yesterday I came in and I talked about the impeachment, I only wanted to talk about the impeachment. I didn't want to talk about the politics behind the impeachment. I didn't want to talk about whether you like the current administration or you hate the current administration. I just wanted to talk about the impeachment and what you felt about the impeachment. And it caused me to think overnight. I was like, wow. Is it truly better to be right or to be friends? I choose to be friends. That's the way I live. I choose to be friends. I don't have to be right all the time, even though honestly most of the time I am. And a lot of you guys, and I'm not trying to be funny or anything. A lot of I've just gotten mature. And a lot of you guys are like, dang, Roger, you're right on that topic. Dang, Roger. And I hear that more often than you're wrong. Especially on this channel. And I'd rather be friends than to be right. That's just where I am in life. You catch more flies with honey than you do with vinegar. The people that raised me used to say that. And also, the lady that raised me, God rest her soul, I love that woman to this day. She passed away when I was in the 10th grade, so I was about 15 years old. And the lessons that she taught me the first 15 years have been ringing in my head for the last 30. Okay? She also used to say, Rogers, that's what she called me. She never did know my name. And if she did, she never did call me that. She said, Rogers, when your hand is in the mouth of the lion, you got to ease it out. Because if you don't, he'll clamp down. You'll never get your hand out. I was like, okay. So what I've taken from that in my adult life is when you're in hot water, just don't tread water. Just kind of float for a while. Just go with the tide. Go with the flow. Okay. And if you come in here on this channel, where our tagline is we make prepping fun. If you come in here and you get upset about anything, I feel sorry for you, because this channel, even though we talk about serious topics all the time, and I have said this 500 million times since we've been in existence, since the inception in July, I have said this phrase 1,000 times at least. Find a way to have fun. Find the fun in whatever you're doing. If you're gardening, find the fun. If you're talking politics, find the fun. If you're talking religion, find the fun. Because life is already, listen to me, life is already hard enough to the point where you don't need an extra burden on your life. And if it has gotten to the point where this channel is upsetting you in any kind of way, you probably don't need to come back, And I hope we don't lose any family members, but I don't want this channel to be one of those channels where it's fussing, fighting, arguing, bickering. I want you to be able to express your opinion no matter what side of the fence you're on. I say that all the time too. No matter what side of the fence you're on, I want you to express your opinion, but be respectful. Be respectful. So would you rather be friends or would you rather be right? And I really want you guys to think about that. Because in the end, people on this channel, we have tried to make this a family. All right? And are families always going to agree? No, by no means. But I believe that even in a family, when you have a disagreement or when you disagree with somebody or something that someone said, you can always talk it out without a bunch of name calling, Because when you start name calling, then it makes it personal. You start attacking people personally and start attacking people's character. And I think, getting back to President Trump, I believe that a lot of the things that happen or have happened to him, or even with this impeachment, I think he brought it upon himself. Now, do I believe that Congress could have come up with a lot more things to impeach upon? I mean, like I said yesterday, this gentleman has gotten into office, and for the average politician, the things that have been proven that he's done would have knocked the average politician out. We are family. We be watching your children here in a couple of days. You sure will be, and I sure do appreciate that. I gotta talk to y'all too. Matter of fact, we're gonna come over that Sunday and talk with y'all and find out if you need more, because y'all should be okay, but yeah, we're gonna have a discussion. And now back on topic. Regardless of what side of the fence you're on with the current administration, okay? And I really hope that today you hear and listen to what I'm saying. I really want you guys to weigh in on the impeachment procedure. Not the administration, not the politics behind it, not if you love or hate President Donald J. Trump or not. Not if you think I'm an idiot for even coming up with this topic. Hey, Christine, I know we talked about it, but I couldn't let this rest. I had to do another video about it. Had to. And good morning to you. Thank you for joining us. And I want you guys to weigh in, because I think we got caught up yesterday in emotion. Okay, I want to know what you guys feel about the impeachment. Do you think it was justified? Do you think it was a waste of time? Do you think it was due process? Do you think it was a waste of money? I want to know what you guys feel about it and what you guys think about it, and then I want to know how it affects your household. Somebody, I wish I knew who it was, but somebody commented, it's like, you know what? We went through a recession in 2008, and my household didn't feel any effects of it. You know what? Neither did mine. The reason why we were doing okay during the recession is because we work all the time. The reason why we're doing okay now is because we work all the time. In this country, you got to get out and you got to hit the bricks, okay? If you want a decent life, you got to hit the bricks. And it's not always going out and getting a job. A lot of time, and I know a lot of us in here are on disability. A lot of us, can't really work a 9-to-5 or whatever, but you can always start a business. You have skills and you have things that you can do that other people want. As a matter of fact, and I know she won't mind me calling her out because this is good publicity for her. Christina makes these wonderful, amazing, oh God, I almost said oils. Oh God, flavorings. No, that's not it. What is it, Christina? What is the things that you make? And I was like, hey, Christina, why don't you start a business with that? And she was like, dang, that's a great idea. We all have skills. We all have tools. We all have abilities that people are willing to pay for. Okay? All right, let's catch up on chat. The Democrats have spent a ton of effort to try to remove this president because they are upset Hillary didn't win. It's a total waste of time. I appreciate your comment, Dennis. And I'm not going to say if I agree or disagree. But I do agree with that. I think that ever since this man's been in office, and whether you like him or not, I want to keep saying it, whether you like him or not, listen to me. Extract, that's what it was. Take your time. I'm in no hurry, Christina. Take your time. I know you said it had to cure and it had to take some time to get ready and all that. Take your time, okay? Let's see here. Okay. What if I am on no side? I think it's blue poison and red. Hey, Vintage Farmer, I agree with you too. It's like my friend Prepper Nurse 1 says. It's two sides of the same coin. And if you're getting emotionally involved in something that you have absolutely no say-so over, what in the world are you thinking? Exactly. I'm sending out yours. Okay, it's straight. Morning, everyone. Stay warm. You are right, Roger. Life is too short to add any kind of distress as distress to your plate. Okay, got it. Take a deep breath and find something to smile about. Yes. And that's coming from a woman who died in front of me. I already had plans to send it out today. Laugh out loud. It's ready. Okay, cool. I'm glad it's ready. I'm looking forward to using it. And thank you. Thank you so very much. I absolutely appreciate you, Christina. And you were the first person. I want to openly say this. You were the first person on this channel. Since we got started, you were the first person like, Roderick, I'm going to send you something. Send me your address. And I appreciate you for getting that started. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, I just hope you guys understand that on this channel, we're going to talk about prepping. We're going to talk about the food shortages. Every now and then, we're going to talk some politics. Every now and then, it's very, very, But I think this is important to talk about because I want to calm you down. A lot of people have gotten emotional. I'm going to tell you why I've gotten emotional about this impeachment, because it has irritated me. I'm tired of hearing about it. We have so many other things in this country, not talking about worldwide. We got so many other things in this country that we could be focusing on. Because remember, whatever you focus on, that's going to bring more of that you focus on. Now you got to agree with that. That's simple law of attraction. Got to get back to work, keep up the good work and stay warm. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. You have got to, regardless of what side of the fence you're on, you gotta agree that the more you focus on something, the more of that you're gonna get. Listen, guys, I gotta get out here real quick and clean off this windshield because apparently it is not. Well, I guess it would help if I turned the defrost on, huh? I hadn't done that, so let's see if this will help. Truck should be warm by now. I'm still gonna clean it off though to help it. So y'all give me like 57 seconds. Oh Lord, that was probably loud. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I know that was probably loud. I think the impeachment is just a distraction because there was talk about it when he was running for president. And then you also gotta understand, we never know what they're trying to do. What is the reason behind all this craziness? Where is my 12-inch? Oh, this sucks so bad. I gotta clean this truck out. Maybe my father-in-law come over here and clean it out for me. I doubt it. I wouldn't even want to put this on you. I wouldn't even want to do this to you. All right, this is gonna be my my windshield cleaner today. Y'all just hang loose. So I just did something, and I want y'all to understand what I did. I don't know where my ice scraper is. I got a nice one that I bought. I don't know where it is. But you know what I just did? I just improvised. Okay? I got a truck full of tools. I need the windshield cleaned out. And I improvised, which I want you guys to start doing. Okay? Start figuring out different ways of getting to the same result. Because what we wanted to do, we wanted to clean the windshield off. Divide and conquer. Let me read this. This is amazing. Divide and conquer. Divide the people and then conquer them. Oldest tactic in the book. It is. I mean, and we're falling for a hook, line, and sinker. And then, because what's the fastest way to take over people? Get them to fight among themselves. You know? You get people to fight among themselves. And like I said yesterday, where there's unity, there's strength. There's an ancient scroll that says where there's a unity, where there's strength, a house divided against itself cannot stand. And that's so true. And regardless of how you feel about that ancient text, that is a true statement. And you know, and I get so tired of us bickering and fighting among ourselves over nothing. Now it'd be different if we was fighting like, you know what? I think we should feed the hungry and the homeless this way. No, I think we should feed the hungry and the homeless that way. Now we're fighting over that. Hey, I'm all for it. Yeah, let's have that fight. But to fight over something that means nothing to your household, to get upset about something that means nothing to your household, I think that's insane. Okay? And that's just my personal opinion. I may be wrong. And apparently, you that agree with me may be wrong also. According to some people. But I just, oh God, I mean, you know what? This is crazy. The windshield is freezing. No, I'm trying to use the ice thing, majiggy or whatever. It is so cold. It's like 22 degrees this morning, by the way. And for some reason, I am not responding and reacting to the cold like I was yesterday. Yesterday, I was like dying. When I got out here to talk to y'all yesterday, I was like, oh my God, it's so cold. It was so cold. We've been sitting here 17 minutes. And every time, the truck it's just not warm enough, because I sprayed the windshield out even though I cleaned it, and it instantly started to freeze. I hadn't seen that in a long time. Oh my goodness, I put those trees outside. I don't know if they're gonna make it. Oh my goodness. If anybody knows about trees and tree cuttings, do y'all think my trees are gonna live since I put them outside? I don't know. But you know what? Hey, it's too late now because they're outside. And that's another thing. The strong will survive, right? 25 degrees in Raleigh. Oh my goodness, that is so cold. We'll be coming through your state next week. I think we got a layover over in Charlotte. We're gonna fly in there, and then we'll be in Orlando. I hadn't really told you guys about this trip. I was gonna kind of wait until we got down there, but next week, well, over the next 2 weeks, it's gonna be sporadic posts. I don't know when I'm gonna be able to post. I don't know what Jennifer has all to do while we're gone. She has a ton of things planned for us. Hopefully I get some rest and relaxation, because that's what this trip is supposed to be about. But this girl is so excited, and I'm excited too. We hadn't really had a chance to spend a lot of time together. God, probably like 7 years. You know, even though we see each other every night, that's about it. We see each other. Hey, babe, how you doing? How was your day? Day was good. And then, you know, I'm either working on YouTube. She's working on homework. She's working on YouTube. And then we go to sleep. We get up the next morning and be like, hey, good morning. How you doing? How you sleep last night? Oh, you didn't sleep so well. I'm sorry about that. You sleep like you toss and turning. All right, I know. Love you. That's our lives, you know. But those are the things that you have to do if you want to make it. I mean, that's the bottom line. Oh, guys, I said this yesterday, and I know it's a different crowd this morning. Listen, I need you guys to pray if you believe in that. I need you to send love if you believe in that. I need you to send best wishes. I found a property. Listen to this, y'all. Oh, it's so perfect. 4 bedroom, 2 baths, 2 full baths on 20 acres. It's about $50K more than what I want to pay for it, but it's 20. It's actually 20. Is it 22 acres? Yeah, I think it's 22 acres. 22 and a half acres to be exact. I'm so stoked about this. We might ride out there and go look at it tonight. It already has farmland. In the pictures, people have already been growing crops on it. As a matter of fact, they took this picture when they had a bunch of corn out there growing. I was like, oh my God, this is so perfect. And it's in Suffolk, where they just passed the city to be a constitutional state. I mean, a constitutional city. So I'm excited about that. So I mean, that's where I am, y'all. I'd much rather be right. I mean, I'd much rather be friends than to be right. And a lot of times, especially when I see somebody that's getting into a heated discussion with me, and I feel that, how you feel it in your belly, then it rises up, I'll just bow out grace and be like, you know what, hey, let's just agree to disagree. Or, let's just agree that, you're right. How about that? And after that, we just part as friends. Because I don't want you getting upset with me about something I personally believe. I mean, what kind of sense does that make? Let's say, and I know Christina's on, so I can pick on Christina a little bit, and plus we're friends. Christina, her channel is, about Bible prophecy, what the Bible says about where we are and where we're going. Well, guess what? If I don't believe in the Bible, why am I going to get upset with Christina for her personal beliefs? Or what if I don't believe in prepping? That's another thing, because somebody hit me up on one of the comments like, well, what if I don't believe in prepping? Well, you don't believe in prepping. That's cool. That's no problem. And it's no sweat out, it's no water off my back. Be like the duck. Y'all know how the duck goes underwater, he may grab a fish or whatever, and when he comes up, the water just rolls off his back. Why? Because he got all the oils in his feathers. I want you guys to be like the duck. I even talk about that in my book, in my first book. Be like the duck, let things just roll off. Christina says, wow, nice. I hope you get it. Thank you, Vintage Farmer, and thank you, Christina. I hope so too. If it's, here's this stupid alarm. I don't know how to change this alarm. I really don't know how to do that. All right, guys, we're gonna get on the road, and we're not ending yet. I'm just gonna take this microphone out because I know. Okay, if I talk like this, can y'all hear me? Even though it's unplugged. Can y'all still hear me? Oh my. Listen folks, stop taking everything so serious. All of us on this channel are over, well, I look at my analytics this morning, everybody on this channel is over 24 years old, which means we're all adults. So because we're adults, how about this? How about let's act like we're adults and just worry about loving each other, okay? And if you happen to see an injustice, then say something, speak up. But if it's not hurting anybody, and it's not affecting your household personally, why are you getting so emotionally involved with it? It's not like, and I use religion as an example a lot. A lot of folks, hundreds of thousands, even millions of people have been killed in the name of religion. Y'all do understand that, right? Okay? Hundreds of thousands of people have been killed, millions of people have been killed in this country because of racism. Y'all do know that, right? So, just calm down, okay? Especially with, and then I tell you guys this all the time. We can't hear you. Okay, good. I tell you this all the time. When I'm watching media, I believe nothing I see and half of what I hear. Because guess what? It's all smoke and mirrors. It's all the Wizard of Oz. It's smoke and mirrors. It's just like Jennifer, we always have the news on in the background. And it was funny this morning. My wife finally heard something in background. She was about to get in the shower. And she heard CBS News call the President of the United States Mr. Trump. And she says, when did they start doing that? That is so disrespectful. And I'm going to tell you this. Well, I'm not even going to tell you about her political views or whatever. If y'all want to know, y'all can ask her. But she was like, when did that start happening? I was like, they do this all the time. They do this all the time. It just is what it is. You know, that's just like, you know, some news media that didn't like President Obama. They would be like, Mr. Obama. That's just the way it is. And it's certain subliminal messages like that that, you know, get people just out of whack. And yeah, that is disrespectful because it's disrespectful to the office. See, I learned in the military. You guys got to understand, I have a military background. And regardless of how I felt about any superior officer or even a superior enlisted, regardless of how I felt about them personally, I still had to respect the rank. Okay? Still had to respect the rank. I got to get rolling. Man, this was first live I had time to sit in on. I really agree with you, brother. I'll be praying. I appreciate that vintage form, and thank you for coming in, and thank you for chiming. Heard them call him Mr. Trump too. Yeah, I mean, it's disrespectful. The man is still the president, even though they've impeached him. And I stand behind what I said yesterday. When it's all said and done, what difference is it going to make? You know, you impeach him, okay. And I look at it like this: he's done something that only 3 other presidents have been able to do. And if he wins the election in November, which I kind of think he will, he'll be the first president ever to be impeached and then win the next election. So, you know, I think a lot of the attacks are personal. Are they justified? I have mixed feelings about it, you know, because the president brings a lot of stuff on himself, you know, by being so vocal, by being on Twitter, by saying a whole bunch of things. He's rubbed a lot of people the wrong way, which is okay. I'm hoping now that this will shake him up enough to the point where he really does, you know, he does his job to the best of his ability, and he really starts shaking up DC. That's where I'm at with it. And I'm not going to let it affect me personally as far as my emotions, and I'm sure not going to let it affect my household as far as our finances. Just not going to do it. Now, do I keep up with current events? I try to. Does it get hard sometimes? Yes. But see, the average American like myself, I consider myself the average American. You know, I'm going to work every day. I don't have time to sit in front of the TV all day long and listen to all of the impeachment hearing trials and all that kind of stuff. I don't have that kind of time. I think veterans, myself included, have a different mindset. We respect the structure or rank. I agree with you. Yeah, because regardless of how I feel, and regardless if I voted or didn't vote, whomever's in the office is in the office. That's the way our society works. And if you don't like it, listen to me very closely. If you don't like it, then spend your time, your energy, your money, and your resources, and then do something about it. That's the way this country works. But a bunch of name calling, that's doing nothing but just pissing off people. And that's from the top down. I don't like it when the president does it. I don't like it when I didn't like it when he mocked the special needs. I don't know if that's what you call it when people are adults, but the handicapped reporter. I didn't like that. There's a lot of things that the president has done that I don't like, but he's still the president of the United States. Now, if it goes to the Senate and the Senate impeach him and get him out of here, then guess what? I think, I don't know for sure, but I think the vice president is Mike Pence. And if that happens, then, hey, maybe you'll have a new president. I don't think so. I mean, you got like, what, 11 months before the next election. I don't think that's going to happen. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. I don't think that's going to happen. So, my thing is, folks, hopefully you can take this on for the rest of your life. Ask the question, would you rather be right or would you rather be friends? And I believe that if we go back to the golden rule, treat others the way we like to be treated. I believe if we do that and consistently do that, I believe this world will be a much better place. You know, now if you like to be treated bad, don't treat people that way. Most humans like to be treated nice. Most people like to be treated with respect. Most people like to be treated, you know, kindly. So if that's who you are and that's what you like, treat people that way. You can get a lot further. I've gotten more breaks in my life, and I tried to instill this into my children. I've gotten more breaks in my life. I've gotten more people to look out for me, and I've gotten a lot further because I would say yes, ma'am, yes, sir, no, ma'am, no, sir. Just being respectful, you know. And this was before I went into the military. This is the way I was groomed for life. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Yes, sir. No, sir. And I try to instill it to my kids, and they be like, yeah, no. And I'm like, bro, no, not gonna happen with me. And they know now, even now, and my kids are grown. They know if I hear them do that to an adult now, I'm like, And they sure better not do it to me, because I have them doing push-ups until I get tired. I mean, that's the way we used to do it. I'm like, come on, let's do some push-ups. What we doing push-ups for? We do it until you figure it out. Come on. Which I kind of missed that because I was in really good shape, man. And I took that discipline into you know, up at the church. I had a bunch of little kids, well, little guys, when I first took over up there, and they would run them up. I'm like, all right, look, these are the rules. When you break the rules, we're all gonna do push-ups, and I would do push-ups with them, and it works. You know, that military discipline thing works. So hopefully this has been beneficial to you. Hopefully you have a different perspective about when you are speaking and confronting people, or if they're, you know, firing upon you. Hopefully you will. What are you doing? I don't need y'all to run out in front of me. You can get run over. You don't have the right to wait. So anyway, yeah, hopefully this is a different perspective. Hopefully this will help you to see things a little bit differently. And hopefully in the future you won't get so upset about things that would normally upset you. And this is coming from somebody, listen, this is coming from somebody who used to fight tooth and nail people about politics. Used to fight tooth and nail people about religion. Used to fight tooth and nail about people with life insurance. Because that's what I sold for a very long time. You know? And when you believe something, you believe it. Remember, that's a belief. That's your belief. And it could or could not be a fact. Because when you say, I believe such and such, that means that it really can't be proven. Anyone who has been involved in the military thinks differently than the general population. Well, that's because they kind of beat it into us. Yeah, they kind of beat it into us. Oh boy. What are you doing, lady? She almost got run over by this 18-wheeler. She got to a green light and just slammed on her brakes. And it looks like she was looking down at her phone. Oh my goodness. I know y'all heard that horn. He laid in on her too. He almost ran to the back of her. But yeah, I agree, Christina. Anybody who's been in the military, we are trained differently. We see things differently. And you're right, we don't see things the way the general population does. People that are born and have lived in the country their whole life see things differently. People that are born and live in the city see things differently. And that's what's so good about it. It is. Oh yes, it's beat. I consider it's beat into us. Yeah, it's beat into us. But that discipline of the ranks. Oh God, you wanna really piss off a military person? Break some ranks. That's like perfect example at my job. So I report directly to my supervisor. When my supervisor above my supervisor gets involved in my job, it bothers the heck out of me. Because they're not military. They've never been military. They're not military. They don't understand. And see, your immediate supervisor knows what's going on pretty much in your day-to-day job, in your day-to-day life, things like that. When somebody up here gets involved with something that's down here, and there's no buffer in between of somebody that says, hey, it's not really going to work right now because this guy is doing X, Y, and Z, and this person's doing X, Y, Z right here. So how about we do it, a different way or another way? But when the mandate comes down, hey, I want you to go do this, I want you to do it this way, I want you to do it this way right now, a lot of times it gets messed up, And those of us that have been in the military, we truly, excuse me, we truly understand when somebody up here gets involved with day-to-day things that happen down here. Messes up every time. I've never seen it work out. And I've never seen it work out the way the person up here actually envisioned it when they didn't get these people in here involved. And if I'm wrong, y'all let me know. And if you've ever experienced that in any kind of chain of command, whether it's your job, the military, the church, anything like that, let me know when you've seen that actually work for everybody. Okay? Now, the proper way is, hey, I want this to happen such and such and such. And then it gets passed down here, and then here, and then here. Then the people out in here can figure out, okay, the best way to do this so that everybody can win is to do it this way. And then, it comes down to these levels down here, and then it comes out, a lot better. And even when you're working down here, you still look at your supervisor like, who came up with this silly stuff? Because I know it's been several times when my bosses call me like, hey, I need you to go such and such. I'm like, who came up with that? She's like, not my call. I was like, I knew it wasn't. But I live by, I'd rather be friends than to be right. Because a lot of times I have been like, hey, how about, perfect example, I'm going to tell you something that used to happen before I started working here. We do a lot of shopping at Lowe's. Matter of fact, we shop at Lowe's every day. The way I was trained by my coworker was, when you go to Lowe's, we have a place on the receipt that we can put a PO, which is a job, the job name. They was putting N-O for every receipt. And every week when I first started, every single week, my boss was calling me and my other 3 coworkers and like, hey, I'm missing this receipt right here. What is this for? And then she had to call all 4 people, and then she would have to try to figure out if somebody actually had the receipt. And then the person would have to try to figure out what they would have to look at it. And the way the receipts are written, they're written in code. So you don't even know what you've done. She had to look online, figure out, oh, it looks like a hinge to a door. Oh yeah, I did this job over at such and such, and I bought that, blah, blah, blah. I made the suggestion. I said, hey, look, I believe, I didn't say I believe. I was like, hey, I know it'll be a good idea if we start putting POs, which is the job names, on these receipts, because I noticed that you're having to call us every week. It's going to save time, it's going to save energy, it's going to save company money, because you'll be more efficient, we'll be more efficient, and then that'll be some things that you don't even have to call about because it's right there written on the receipt. So she made the change. She's like, okay, look, from here on out, I want you guys to start putting the job name on all your receipts. Do you know, since that one change, I have not received one phone call, and this is going on like 3-4 years now. I have not received one phone call of a missing receipt. Not one. Not that I haven't lost a receipt. Not that I haven't messed up a receipt here and there. But for that, totally stopped it. And that's where people that are working down here can make suggestions to people that are working up here, and things. The chain of command has to be a two-way street. That's why I used to love my COs, which are commanding officers. Good Lord, I've been in the corporate world so long, I almost forgot what CO meant. My company commander, or my CC or my CO, when they say they have an open door policy, and you don't want to just go from here all the way up here. You can, but then it's going to make some of these people in here upset. You want to go here, talk, and then go there, talk, and then get to the top and talk. And you always want to get permission before you do that because you don't want to upset anybody. It goes back to, I'd rather be friends than to be right. Because if you start upsetting these people in here, guess what? Your life gets way hard down here. And that's in anything. That's in any organization. Okay? Any organization. Keep the chain of command open. Keep the line of communication open. And ultimately, this is going to be this person's decision up top. But I tell my boss all the time, I was like, you know what? You know why I love working for you? She's like, why? I'm like, because you don't mess with me. You know you're going to give me a stack of work. You know that I'm going to go do it. And you don't call me not one time asking me where you at, what you doing, how long it taking. I said, that's why this works. And even though I work for this company, I'm an employee, I'm treated like a 1099, which I absolutely love. Absolutely love. I still have to report in, you know, at my normal working hours and all that kind of stuff. I still got to do my 40 hours. But I can do the job that I need to do the way I need to do them. And as long as they're finished within my time that I'm assigned, everybody's happy. Everybody's happy. So going forward, and I'm about to end this because I'm almost at my destination. Moving forward in life, just always ask your question: would I rather be right or be friends? Treat others the way you like to be treated. And then, in the end, if it doesn't directly affect your household, why put so much energy into it? Please, think about that before you go flying off the handle. Trust me, it's coming from somebody who used to do it all the time. Before you go flying off the handle, does it directly affect your household? If the answer is no, stop putting so much energy into it. Please stop putting energy into it, because the more you put energy into it, it's just like, I don't know if you guys have seen The Secret, but they were like Mother Teresa. It's like, hey, Mother Teresa, we want you to come to this rally. We want to fight something, or we want to fight against this. And she was like, no, I'm not going to show up. The moment you say that we're going to spread love and we're going to show more peace and things like that, she's like, I'll show up. So remember, we're all being played. We're all pawns in this grand scheme of things, in this game of life called chess. And we're not moving the pieces. We think we're moving the pieces. Now you can move the pieces on your little chessboard, which is go to work. Okay, that's moving a pawn. Getting your paycheck, that's a pawn. Paying your light bill, that's like moving your knight to B7. Paying your rent or your mortgage, that's like bringing your queen out. I mean, those are things that we can control. The grand scheme of things of food shipment, military shipment, impeachment, what the president does or doesn't do, that you do or do not like, you can't control it. I can't even control what my children do. And granted, my children have done a whole bunch of things that I didn't like. I wish they would call me more and just check on me. They don't do that, but it's okay. Can I control it? No. But you know what I can do? I can pick up the phone and call them. So control the things that you can control. Get really good at controlling the things that you can control. Get really good at keeping your emotions, together. And I think you're gonna be all right. All right. So we're gonna come back in sometime this evening. I think we're gonna do a premiere. I've been promising, not this Christina that's on right now, but another Christina sent me a bunch of pictures of Walmart. So we're gonna premiere that tonight. I just gotta finish up the video, and we'll probably do that about 10 o'clock tonight, somewhere there about. Respond, don't react. I like that, Christina. At first, at least. Yeah. Take it in. Think about it. Think about it, a little bit. And I know I've had some things that happen, and I'm like, brrr, and then I was like, oh God, I wish I hadn't said that. Now you got to start apologizing. If you're that kind of person. Some people are just like, you know what? It just is the way it is. I'm just the way I am, and I'm just the way it's gonna be. So anyway, we're gonna do a premiere tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern. I need all you guys to show up for that. It's gonna be a really good video. It's gonna be a food shortage video. It's gonna be showing a bunch of pictures of this Walmart in Pennsylvania that was like picked over. I don't know when it was. I just know it was short. Okay. So as always, today, if nobody else tell you, and I got this from Jennifer, from Heart Speak Warrior Forum. Nobody else tells you, I love you. I'm spreading love. And those that have gotten upset with me because you thought I felt one way about something, and you found out, you thought you found out that I feel something totally different. I apologize. I apologize that you had me wrong. Which I'm still in the middle of the fence. And I think that's what my job is here as a facilitator of this group, to just keep it in the middle with my emotions. And try to keep you guys in the middle as well. Okay? So, I love you guys. Thank y'all so much for being here. I appreciate you. And make sure, if you're staying on YouTube, go check out the playlist, The Colony, and watch all the videos. Okay? Season 1, episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because we're gonna be reviewing number 6 tomorrow, episode 6 tomorrow, and it's a good one. Okay, 9:30 a.m. tomorrow. Thank y'all for being here. I appreciate you, and I'm gonna come back in. I got some drive time when I leave here, probably like 15-20 minutes. I'm gonna come in when I leave here, and I'm gonna do another live just to talk to y'all. How about that? I feel like you need it.